What is up, guys? As I said, I'm back, and I'm going to be detailing you guys today on the new information that we just got all about DC Dual Force. Yesterday, they updated their website, and they dropped a trailer. I already posted my reaction to that trailer, but now here's going to be my full deep dive into that website, which goes very in-depth into how the gameplay works. So, yeah, without further ado, we're just going to check it out. If you want to see more content like this and stay up to date on all DC Dual Force content, you're going to want to like this video and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss when I post any more videos like this. Because I'm going to be covering it all here. I'm going to be doing full coverage of the game. And yeah, you're not going to want to miss it. But let's just get into it. I already showed you guys the trailer, but we know DC Dual Force Beta coming this month. So in June we are getting this game in the beta. And if you have not yet done it yet, go to dcdualforce.com up here and click on this top right thing that says beta registration. You're going to be sent in to put in your name and email. I've already done this, so I'm not going to do it again, but all you gotta do is put in your name and email. I'm not a robot, and bam, you're gonna be registered, hopefully, for the beta. But anyways, what we've learned. Obviously, we have all this teasing, but we're gonna go here and click on this game tab, because this is where we have a walkthrough of what is DC Dual Force. So let's just start with this. So first we have the board overview. Everything you need to know about battling DC Dual Force can be shown on a single screen. Check it out. So you're going to start, obviously. You got your hand at the bottom, just like Marvel Snap, you know. Most games put their hand at the bottom of the screen. Every turn you're going to be drawing a card, so you know that's pretty standard for card games. Now we're learning a little bit about the actual board. So your two leaders always start in the bottom left and right of the game board. So this is something we already knew that there were going to be two leaders. The leaders are being like the big DC heroes that are going to be you pick two of them, and they're going to be the main centerpieces of your team. They're going to be who you build your team around. But they always start on the game board, is what we're learning here. So, in the bottom right, we can see their current health. So, Batman has 18, and Wonder Woman has 21. And then if the health drops to 0, obviously, the leader is KO'd and removed from the board. And you need to KO both leaders to lose, or to win the game, rather. Excuse me. So, we now learn about leader powers. This is something I talked about in my video and kind of had a prediction about, but it's not going to work exactly how I thought it is. So, leaders have unique powers you can use for special advantages. When the glowing bar at the top of the leader card is full, its special power is ready to use. Click the number at the top of the leader to activate its power. Often this grants the leader some power for the turn so they can attack. So basically, every turn you're going to be getting one charge. You can see both Batman and Wonder Woman here are at 2 charge, and depending on the cost of their abilities, you'll be able to play, one of their abilities, their leader powers is what we're calling them. Next up, we learn about resources. So this is another prediction I got kind of right. These are basically going to be how we spend our energy system for how we determine how many cards we can play in a turn. So resources are displayed in the space between the upper and lower boxes. So I'm assuming this is the lower box here where the leaders are, and the upper is these boxes, right? So where recruits and leaders can be played. Each turn, players will have access to up to 2 resources. Players will first have access to bronze before upgrading to silver and finally gold. Gold cards are the most powerful cards in the game. Higher resources can be used to play lower cards. So, yeah. So we already looked at some cards before. Let's see, yeah. we can see these recruits here. All of these cost bronze, but we've seen other silvers and golds before. So we know that that's going to be a main component of your deck building. You're going to want to have a good balance of bronze, silvers, and golds. And guys, never underestimate the bronze cards just because they're cheaper. You know, the fact that they're cheaper and the fact that it said higher resources can be used to play lower cards. I'm assuming that means you can use your gold and silver resources to play bronze cards, or more than one bronze cards. And oftentimes, multiple small cards together can be stronger than just one big card. So yeah, keep that in mind when you start building your decks in this beta. But here we have the recruits. We'll learn a little bit more about them. Recruits are allied characters that protect your leaders and take down your enemies playable in any spot on your side of the game board. Recruits can't attack the turn they are played, but immediately protect any unit behind them. So this is another prediction I kind of got right. We're seeing that the recruits, you are able to place them onto the board in front of your leaders and they will block damage for them. So you see Warlord here, looks like he has a health stat of 1 and can do 5 damage, I'm guessing. That's his attack. But as I said, they can't attack the moment you play them onto the field. But yeah. And then enemy leaders. So achieve victory by taking out the enemy leaders, obviously. Use your leaders and recruits to take down the enemy leaders by reducing their defense to 0. Remember, you need to KO both to claim your victory. Enemy leaders always start in the upper left and right of the game board. Yeah, makes sense. So, looks like you're going to have to work through their defenses that they place to get to their leaders. Is how the general gameplay is going to be going. Yeah, enemy recruits will defend their leaders. You must fight through them first before you can attack the leaders with your characters. Interesting. Alright, and now we're going to see a little bit more about how the game actually works. After leaders are automatically deployed to their corners, you draw your opening hand, replacing any cards you don't want at the start of the game. Now this is very interesting. So, as you can see, it looks like we're going to start with an opening hand of 4. But the real interesting part is you can redraw any cards you don't want. So you can, if this is infinite, you can assume just every turn, every game you play, you can always have the same opening hand. So you can have way more consistent experience drawing the cards you want, which I think for a card game is really, really good, because it just turns down the randomness and makes it a little bit more strategy based. You know, just actually choosing out which are the best cards to start the game with. But yeah, once both players accept their hands, the battle begins. So this is always how the game's going to start. You're going to see your first 4 cards, and you're going to be able to redraw. I'm assuming infinitely. It might just be you only get a certain number of redraws, but we'll have to see. Draw a card. You automatically draw a card from your deck at the start of your turn. Standard in most card games. Some cards will allow you to draw additional cards as well. Again, kind of standard. We see Hammer Throw here. I don't think this is a recruit. This is an action, not a recruit. Deal damage to an enemy recruit equal to the damage of your highest damage recruits. Interesting. So maybe you could use this to actually attack early on. Like you play the recruit and it says you can't attack with the recruit, but then you play Hammer Throw after it, and then you can still kind of damage with that recruit. So maybe that's a little combo you can do. But yeah, playing cards. Each player starts with only 1 bronze resource at the beginning of the game. So you're only allowed to play 1 bronze card at the start of the game, before leveling up in later rounds. So early plays will be limited to lower tier cards. Consider playing a recruit in front of a leader. So, pretty obvious, yeah. You're going to want to protect your leaders. You don't want them to just be taking damage by themselves. So obviously, filling up your deck with a lot of good recruits is going to be key. Here on the left, we see some kind of, I think this is like some kind of history match of what's happened in the match so far, but I'm unsure. and we learn about attacking. So you're going to have to click and drag a ready recruit to an enemy to attack. Defenders and attackers will both deal damage to each other at the same time. So, we see here Superboy attacking, I don't know what this card is here, but Superboy hits for 6, and this one hits for 2, so I'm assuming what this means is they both hit each other for whatever damage stat they have on them. So Superboy hit him for 6, and this guy, I think it's Hugo Strange, he'd hit back for 2. Interesting. So, you're going to have to be considering, you're not just going to want to be sending in recruits that'll just die the moment they attack, right? So, very interesting. We're going to see. I feel like really tanky recruits like this are going to be good, but Superboy here is probably higher cost. We see he's a silver here. Also, his stats are different. Here he's 5'5". Here he's 6'7". But they're actually green, and this is something Marvel Snap does. When the card's power goes up from its base number, the number turns green. So actually, it probably means that he's gotten buffed by something else. Interesting. But next up, we have activating your leader power. So I'll already learn a little bit more about this, but leaders gain a charge each turn. Once they've accumulated enough charges, you can click the top of the leader frame to activate them. Many leaders will gain the ability to attack like recruits, but only for the one turn. You'll have to accumulate charges to attack again in the future. So it seems like you're not going to want to burn... I'm guessing you're not going to want to burn both of your leaders' abilities on one turn. Or maybe there are going to be leaders who are very strong at using their abilities together. But I feel like you're going to have one more of a cycle going of, I use Wonder Woman this turn, and then use Batman the next turn, and then the next turn it cycles into Wonder Woman, and then you can kind of cycle back and forth between them, right? So, yeah. After you've made all your moves, click End Turn to see how your opponent will answer. Will they protect their leader with a recruit of their own? Get ready to think ahead and adapt your strategy. Typical card game things, always wanting to think ahead. But we're not sure these turns are going to happen or no. The turns will happen independently, so you'll do your turn and then your opponent will do their turn. Okay, now building decks. Get ready to break out your utility belt and start crafting some decks of your own. Here are some easy steps to get you started. Each leader is supported by a faction. So this is the first we're learning about this. There's going to be 5 different factions. We have the Might faction, Energy faction, Tactics, Anarchy, and Tyranny. So you can see kind of by the color of these cards. We saw the color borders before, but we didn't know what they mean, but now we're learning. So stuff like blue, Batgirl, and Batman was also in blue. He is a Tactics card. Cards like Aquaman, Superman, Wonder Woman, you see that outline in red? They are Might cards. Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, Shazam, Flash, Zatanna, they're all outlined in green, so they're energy cards. So, you're going to want to, as we can see, these factions are going to be important because there's not only the leader are the part of factions, but also the recruits and actions are also associated with factions. You'll need to build a deck with 20 cards from each of your leader's factions for a total of 40 cards. So we know there's going to be 40 card decks, and it's going to be 20 cards from each leader's faction. So here we have Batman and Superman, so that's Superman's in the Might faction and Batman's in the Tactics faction. So now you can only pick cards that are in those 2 factions. So very interesting. So you're gonna want to be. It's gonna be very interesting to find out which will be the best factions to combine with each other. And there's gonna be a lot of different combinations as well. You'll need to build a deck with 20 cards. Yeah, I already read that. One of the best ways to improve your deck is to make sure you have cards that can be played at all stages of the game. Make sure to include a mix of cards of all costs, bronze, silver, and gold as you build your deck. I mean, obviously you want to keep... These are pretty standard deck building tips. You want to get a good balance of bronze, silver, gold, I'm assuming. But maybe we find out that you could just build a deck with only bronze cards, and like one gold card and one silver card, you know, and maybe that's really good. We're gonna find out. Maybe the meta's just gonna shift to you just play shit ton of gold cards because they're the best. We're not gonna really know until we can actually play the game. But we can see some of these abilities and get a kind of an idea for them. Now it's time to get out on the streets, put on your cape, pull on your mask, and play your deck. As you play, you may find that some cards work better in your deck than others. Don't be afraid to make adjustments as you learn through play. Good luck. Yep, pretty standard stuff. Just always be creative. Oh, I'm seeing something really interesting. Look at Jimmy Olsen here. We see Antiope, Super Strength. They are both bronze cards. But Jimmy Olsen looks like free. He does not cost any resource. So we're going to have kind of just free mana, no mana cost cards that you're allowed to play. Obviously, he can't do any damage. He's just a civilian. He has a shield ability, so he's going to offer some kind of protection. But we don't really know what all these abilities mean yet. This one over here has shield and guard, the Superman robot. So we're just going to have Themyscira and Minotaur over here. It's just raw stats. But yeah, as I said, just gonna have to wait until more gameplay releases to actually find out. Yeah, that's everything the website covers. As you can see, like there's so many new cards that we've got that we're looking at now. I'm going to be putting out another video that's going over every new card we see and talking about their abilities. So if you guys want to see that video, please like this one, subscribe to the channel because you're not going to want to miss that. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more DC Dual Force content, please stick around for more. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you sticking around to the end if you did. And yeah, I'll see you another time. Peace out.